Yo, welcome back to the show. It's your boy Mo. The most hated gang in Jacksonville.
Nigga, I still feel the same how I feel in 2014, 15. Everybody from Headfirst got to die.
The city of Jacksonville is filled with gangs that hate each other, leading to endless bloodshed. The subjects of today's video might just be the most hated gang in the whole city. The subjects of today's video beef with all the other well-known gangs across Jacksonville and have allegedly been involved in countless shootings. The subjects of today's video are none other than Headfirst, and today we're going to be telling their story.
To be the most hated gang in Jacksonville? What y'all gotta be doing, bruh? Jacksonville already bad enough.
Headfirst is a gang that hails from the Grand Park area of Jacksonville, and they have beef with sets across the whole city. They beef with all of the sets from the 45th Street area,
It look like he beefing with his barber, not no gang.
such as 6 Block, Vonte Land, PCE, and A Block. For simplicity, I'm just going to refer to the gangs from this area as 6 Block, otherwise things will get too confusing. 6 Block is made popular by the rapper Fulio. Headfirst also beefs with 1200/Cut Circle, made famous by the rappers Spinna Benz, Wappa with the Choppa, and J-Dawg Breezy. Lastly, Headfirst beefs with ATK and NHG, made popular by the rappers Young and Ace and Queso. With all of this beef going on, eventually the bloodshed would begin.
The death of Aaron from 6 Block.
On April 15, 2014, a 6 Block associate by the name of Aaron Brooks was in the area of Clyde Drive and 4th Avenue when gunshots erupted. For some reason, people in the area that heard the gunshots did not report them to the police.
They said they used to this.
Hours later, as some kids were walking to school, Aaron's body was found. The kids found him on the ground lifeless in the backyard of a house. Aaron was tragically declared dead at just 17 years old.
Damn.
It is widely believed that he was allegedly killed by members of Headfirst.
Damn.
Shortly after this, Headfirst would allegedly continue committing acts of violence.
The death of Vonte? 6
On
Block.
June 25, 2014, a member of 6 Block by the name of Vonte, real name Vonte Robinson, was allegedly sliding on members of Headfirst to avenge Aaron with one of his associates.
I've been hearing so many stories of someone going to slide for revenge and then they end up dying. That's a crazy way to go out.
The Headfirst members that he was trying to take out allegedly started shooting back, and Vonte was hit multiple times. The person that was in the car with Vonte ended up pushing Vonte out of the car and leaving him for dead in the middle of the street. According to United States law, if you commit a crime with another person and that person gets killed in the process by someone acting out of self-defense, you can be charged with their murder even if you weren't the one responsible. That is most likely the reason why Vonte's friend allegedly betrayed him. Vonte's body would be discovered at around 10:30 p.m. and he was tragically declared dead at just 18 years old. Afterwards, the set Vonte Land was created in his honor. Members of Headfirst would go on to diss him in songs and claim to have been the ones to have created Vonte Land.
Niggas playing, chopper stars praying. The week before, young nigga made Vonte Land.
Unfortunately, the bloodshed would continue and Headfirst would start to take losses of their own.
I'm just thinking, bro, getting pushed out the whip is so slimy. The death of J5, HFE.
On July 11, 2014, a member of Headfirst named J5, real name James Thomas, was hanging out at the Johnny Walker Community Center pool. J5 was only 14 years old and already had a crazy reputation in the streets.
This man cheesing with the gun like he's holding like a fish or something. Like he proud of it, like it's a trophy.
The police had allegedly come to his school multiple times to question him about shootings. As J5 went out to the parking lot, a car pulled up and opened fire. J5 was hit once, but the shot was fatal. He was tragically declared dead at just 14 years old.
Damn.
A man named William Brown, age 18, and a man named LeGlenn Schofield, age 19, were charged with the murder, and a man named Michael Wiggins, age 17, was charged as an accessory. The police believe that they killed J5 over a girl.
Killed him over a girl, bro? Oh my gosh.
As I mentioned earlier, aside from 6 Block, Headfirst was also beefing heavily with 1200/Cut Circle. On October 5th, 2014, a party was being held and members of Headfirst were rumored to be there. Two 1200/Cut Circle members named Prosper and Tay allegedly heard about it and decided to slide. As they allegedly tried to gun down members of Headfirst, a shootout ensued. This shootout would end up going wrong for Prosper and Tay, as they were both shot multiple times. Prosper, full name Prosper Johnson, was tragically pronounced dead at just 17 years old. Tay, real name Deontay Holsey, was tragically pronounced dead at just 20 years old. An OG from the 45th Street area named Bobby Norris was tragically killed in this shootout as well at just 26 years old. 2 women were injured in the shooting but ultimately survived. Just 2 months after this, Headfirst would take another loss of their own. On December 10th, 2014, a member of Headfirst named Big Baby, real name Devron Crowden, was standing outside at a bus stop waiting to be taken to school when over 15 shots rang off. He was struck multiple times and was tragically declared dead at just 16 years old. It is widely believed that members of 6 Block were allegedly the ones responsible for Big Baby's death, and Headfirst would allegedly try to get back that same day.
The attempted murder of Fulio, 6 Block.
The second the news broke that Big Baby was shot and killed, 6 Block's most well-known rapper Fulio would go on social media and start dissing him. Fulio was laughing and celebrating Big Baby's death. Fulio was celebrating so much that people thought he was the one responsible for it. At the time, Fulio was going to a school in the Grand Park neighborhood, which is where Headfirst resides. As Fulio was getting off of the school bus, he was shot at. Fulio was struck in the hip and was hospitalized, but ultimately survived his injuries.
Man, this ain't nothing new for Fulio. This man Fulio done been shot so many times, we know he got voodoo on his body.
It is widely believed that a member of Headfirst named Rasta was allegedly the person that shot him.
Rasta man.
Fulio even hinted in a song that Rasta was the person that shot him.
Rasta, look at my dreadlock, shot at him for them lead shots. Free that boy, that's my favorite.
Rasta, look at my dreadlock, shot at him for them lead shots.
Following this incident, tragedy would once again strike Headfirst.
The death of Quan.
On May 15, 2015, a member of Headfirst named Quan, real name Jaquan Reeves, was at a memorial honoring the memory of his friend named Jay Dang, who was shot and killed 2 weeks earlier. The memorial was held in a park, and as people gathered together at around 9 p.m., shots rang out. Quan was shot multiple times and was tragically declared dead at just 18 years old. Following his death, members from both ATK and 6 Block would diss him. As it goes in the streets, the bloodshed would only continue.
Is that queso, bruh? The death of Big Desi.
On September 24, 2015, a member of 1200/Cut Circle named Big Desi, real name Kim Desmond Varner, was standing outside of his father's house on the east side when he was shot multiple times. Over 28 evidence markers were placed on the scene, and Big Desi was tragically declared dead at just 25 years old. The police believe that a member of Headfirst by the name of Lenford was allegedly the gunman responsible for Big Desi's death. Lenford was considered one of Headfirst's main shooters and had a big reputation in the streets. Just days later, 1200/Cut Circle would avenge Big Desi's death. As I just mentioned, Lenford was considered Headfirst's top shooter. Just a day after allegedly killing Big Desi, Lenford would go sliding again. The police claimed that just one day after killing Big Desi, Lenford killed a 17-year-old named Danielle Williams in 1200 territory.
Oh my goodness, there's so many deaths in this video. They're all so young, bruh.
The same night, Lenford would lose his life. Lenford was inside of a house when he got into a shootout with a member of 1200/Cut Circle named Big Chuck, real name Charles Eunice. During this shootout, both Lenford and Big Chuck were shot and were pronounced dead. Lenford was just 26 years old and Big Chuck was just 25 years old. It's rumored that Big Chuck was allegedly killed by Lenford's father during the shooting. Following this incident, the violence would unfortunately continue.
The death of AMP.
On November 3rd, 2015, Headfirst members Amp and Bando and 3 others were hanging out on Ellis Street near King Road next to a ditch. Some were sitting in a car and the others were standing around in the open.
Y'all think this guy is strong? Or you think he's like not strong? Y'all think y'all could beat him in a fight? He look kind of skinny, but I don't know, he might be strong. I think that's muscle. I think he's strong.
Around in the open. A Headfirst member named Gutta was there, and he said in an interview that he told them, "Y'all tripping sitting out here in the open. Y'all need to leave." Gutta said that he regrets ignoring what he was feeling.
Look at his hair, bruh.
He also said that Bando told them that he would be back, and Bando then walked off somewhere on his own. About 15 minutes later, a red Toyota Corolla with a blue passenger door pulled up and opened fire on all 5 of the people hanging out outside. Once the gunfire came to an end, Amp was lying in a ditch face down floating in the water.
Damn.
Amp was pulled out of the water and tragically died at the scene at just the age of 18. Bando wouldn't be found until the next day. Tragically, he was found dead lying face down in a ditch at just 19 years old.
Oh my.
Police believe that there are multiple people inside the Corolla, but are unsure how many of them fired shots. It's widely believed that members of 6 Block were the ones allegedly responsible for these murders.
Face down in the water? Like, damn. At 18, you die face down in the water. The death of Lil Rap.
On July 19th, 2017, a member of Headfirst named Lil Lil Rap, real name Edridge Buford, was sitting in a parked car when 2 or 3 men walked up and fired multiple shots into the vehicle. Lil Lil Rap was shot multiple times and tragically pronounced dead at the scene. Lil Lil Rap was one of Headfirst's biggest rappers, and losing him was devastating. On June 17, 2018, a member of Headfirst named Bubba, real name Tyrese Little John, was driving his silver pickup truck when he was shot multiple times. This caused him to crash his truck into a fence, and he was taken to UF Health Hospital. At the hospital, Bubba was tragically declared dead at just 29 years old. As you can see, there's no happy ending to this story.
Rest in peace to all the men that died in this video. Shoot the like button for me.